Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Aaron Johnson. I lead the marketing and sales functions at Relationship One, and I'm based here in my home office in Austin, Texas. For those who don't know, Relationship One is one of the oldest and largest Oracle partners dedicated to the CX marketing space. I'm joined today by Matt Farmer. He's a solution engineer at Oracle, and also by Aaron Ritter, who leads the Responsys consulting practice here at Relationship One. These guys both know an awful lot about our topic today. Before I formally introduce our topic, I want to invite Matt and Aaron Ritter to introduce themselves. So maybe Matt first and then Aaron.
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. Matt Farmer with the Oracle Marketing Cloud, and looking forward to giving you guys an overview of our SMS solution here today.
Hi, hello, I'm Aaron Ritter. I am the Responsive Services Manager here at Relationship One, and I have about 10 years of experience doing implementations such as SMS, and I'm happy to share my expertise today.
Terrific. Thank you, guys. So with that brief introduction, let's turn to our topic and give you just a quick introduction to where we're headed today with this particular piece. So for a number of years, marketers have been watching their customers gradually march toward increased use of smartphones and increased use of chat and text messaging and less use of email. That, of course, was all happening well before the pandemic started. And it seems the pandemic is only accelerating this behavioral shift. And with it, we're also witnessing another dramatic change, that is the reduction in foot traffic and a complementary rise in online shopping. Again, much of this occurring on our smartphones. So in this environment, staying top of mind with customers is going to require some change in behavior for marketers too. We think one of the easiest ways for Responsys users to adapt to these changes is through the SMS functionality supported by Responsys. So that's what we're here to talk about today. To get us started, Matt, can you provide a brief overview of the Responsys architecture that this solution is based on?
Yeah, absolutely, Aaron. So as we look at the enterprise infrastructure of Responsys directly, being able to have that open platform for bringing in any kind of customer data that you may have to really help build the profile for your individuals, which really banks on that connected data aspect to it. That's going to help you out when you're looking at creating your audiences for your different kind of communications that you're going to send, email and SMS. Having a consistent designer through the message designer and being able to have the messaging have that cohesive look and feel for sending out. And then tying it all in with the insight analytics after your communications are going out. And that's going to help you enhance future sends that you have, and really being able to orchestrate all of the communications through our program canvas that we have. So when we look at taking the audience profile of the data that you're collecting on your contacts directly, enhancing it with additional user preferences that you may be collecting on them, could be internal data or third-party data that you may be enhancing that profile with, and then looking at the native user behaviors that we're tracking from email and SMS opens that we're collecting. And that's going to help you minimize your integration time and costs. Having one platform that's going to be able to sync all of the data that you're looking for through consistent imports and exports, taking all the data and leveraging it across all of your channels that you're having, and then being able to access the most up-to-date information that you have. Aaron, would you like to tell us about a few use cases that you guys have done with helping out customers from the SMS standpoint?
Absolutely, and I think that a primary use case that we'll see some results of later is with retailers such as the Ascena Brands Lane Bryant, where we had a group of our audience whose preference was to shop in brick and mortar stores. We called them our quote unquote store audience. In the time of coronavirus, we might see that those those users are no longer making purchases because their preference again was brick and mortar store. But we still have their contact data. We can see their behavior. We can see, are they engaging with our emails? If not, well, the odds are that some of them are sitting on their couch with their phone in their hand, and that's another way to contact them. And we can take that audience, see their preferences, see what their behaviors are, and segment down to a point where we can re-engage with a group of people who, given the changing state of the nation and the world, might be better engaged a different way.
When you're looking at creating the different kind of SMS campaigns that you have, native to the Responsys platform, being able to have those acquisition kind of SMS templates, being able to set up your regular opt-in, opt-out kind of communications that you may send. But you may also want to have email acquisition, being able to quickly leverage somebody texting in from a particular store location and then using two-way messaging to acquire additional information about your contacts directly. You have the awareness, sending out broadcast messaging that you may want to do. You have the intent kind of messaging, another way of getting that text for response that you would want. You have your purchase and engagement kind of SMS notifications that you can send out, being able to tie directly into to APIs, as well as custom kind of actions for these sends. And then also tying it into loyalty from a customer care standpoint.
Okay. So this is a great initial overview, guys. I think we understand how the solution functions at a high level, and we've heard about one use case with Lane Bryant. Maybe we can take a closer look at how different brands can put the technology into action. Maybe take a closer look at some of the other typical use cases.
Absolutely. So when we look at our simple one-way kind of communications that we can send out, being able to have promotional campaigns that you may want to send, expiring promotions, credit card offers, personal loans, or even surveys that you would want to send out to your individuals, but also having the flexibility of sending out transactional text messaging as well, security alerts, account alert updates, approval alerts, and even sign-up confirmations that you may want to send to your customers directly. And in both scenarios that you would have, being able to really leverage in the advanced personalization that you already are known and accustomed to within the Responsys platform. So being able to access that profile list and personalize based off of contact first name or even account number, as you would see right from here. One of the other functionalities that's available within the SMS messaging is being able to have that two-way message design. You know, we talked about the text for response, but as you look to really effectively communicate with your contacts, giving them keywords so they can text back to you and get the proper pieces of information that they may be looking for from there. Texting in help, for instance, or just general information. Not only can we send them back the information through the text message, but also being able to incorporate a link to direct them directly back to your website to take them where you want them to go to enhance the information that you want to give them.
All right, this makes good sense to me. I can see a number of pretty straightforward applications, all of which can help marketers and customers stay better connected. This technology isn't particularly new, even though it is a bit underutilized. I know a number of brands have been using it for a while now. Can we talk a little bit about their experiences and some of their results?
Absolutely, Aaron. So as we start to look at our first use case that we have available for you, we have a brick and mortar retailer who is really looking to drive their online business and get more customers to go into store for redemption of the offers that they have. So the solution that was offered up to them was utilizing the email and SMS channels to communicate with them. And as they started to implement SMS within their multi-channel configuration, they started to see a 90% redemption rate for in-store offers through SMS, which is a really good statistic when it comes to the redemption offers that they were offering. Additionally, we have Bed Bath & Beyond, who is really taking the text messaging and really stretching the limits for it. Not only are they offering up coupon codes through SMS, but getting folks to sign up through the web for their SMS programs, offering SMS offers off of receipts that they may be getting from in-store purchases. And as everybody's familiar with the Bed Bath & Beyond flyers that you receive in the mail, being able to offer 20% offers from the coupon codes from that for registering through SMS at that point. A few other customers that have really adapted through customer journeys and highlighting multi-channel communications. Dell started to see an 84% increase in OpenReach when they utilized multiple channels for their messaging. Lazy Boy got a 90% increase in purchase intent when they saw their customers received that consistent messaging across all channels. And finally, The Economist. They saw a 30% conversion rate increase with a personalized experience through the marketing creative, through the multi-channels that they're sending out. And then finally, as Aaron mentioned earlier, we have our client, Lane Bryant, who really saw a huge increase when they started to leverage the omnichannel communication strategy for their customers, driving 30,000 self-service inquiries in 1 month by implementing the multi-channel strategy, introducing a proactive mobile chat. They increased online orders by 25,000 per week. And when they identified important customer insights, they were able to guide marketing campaigns and identify future sales priorities to help them meet their customers' expectations for future offers that they were sending.
That's great. Clearly, these brands have figured out how to get added value out of this approach, and it's great to see them succeeding in these efforts. We've talked a little bit about how this works at a high level. We've talked a little bit about some of the potential use cases and benefits. Maybe it's time we roll up our sleeves just a little bit and show users how they might navigate within the application to execute these kinds of strategies and how to prove out their results with some of the built-in reporting. Could we take a closer look at that?
Absolutely. So we're looking at the program designer. Most of you should be familiar with the program Canvas, but it provides you the opportunity to not only send your email communications, but start to layer in your SMS communications that you want to as well. Being able to have preferred channel, maybe we see that they are SMS opted in and that's their preferred way. We could start to send communications based off of that first, or layering in the email offers that they have as well. And then putting in the intelligence after the fact, throwing in the allocation switch and making sure that the offers that they're received are up to date and seamless through the communication that you are sending out to them. And once you have your programs rolling and you start to see your email and your SMS communications going, when we start to look at the reporting behind it, within the Responsys program, having the pre-canned SMS reports readily available for you. So as you layer in SMS, you're going to immediately start to see the reporting metrics coming back in. And that's coming from the number of SMS messages that you sent, being able to see your delivery rate, unique click-through ratings that you would have, conversion rate percentage, and even if you're tying revenue into your SMS sends, being able to see revenue per message that you could be getting. You get access to other metrics such as your performance trend, campaign expiration, your top performing links by click, top performing links by conversions. You get the network breakdown, so you can see which providers are giving you the best value, and more importantly, being able to see the most popular keywords. So as you start to strategize for specific keywords that you want your customers to interact with, you're going to be able to quickly see which ones are giving you the best value or not. Additionally, as we talked about earlier, having email and SMS rolling into the same platform, now also being able to gauge your multi-channel kind of reporting. As we look at what we've accomplished over the last 3 months, we've had 33 million sent messages amongst our email and SMS channels. We've seen a 2.74% conversion rate, and we've seen a $342 revenue per 1,000 messages that we've sent out. More importantly, you get a performance trend by channel. So you can see from email and SMS from here, just a regular performance by channel, maybe looking at conversion rate or even the sent rate that you would have. And then you get a nice breakdown of all the campaigns that were sent during that time and being able to break it out per channel itself, be it SMS or email that you would have for here. And then program name, campaign that it was associated with, number of sent, and deliverability percentages to coincide with that.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. That's actually excellent reporting functionality that's contextual within the tool. But one of the things that we get asked a lot by existing clients who are using, email, SMS, MMS, push, display, or any other set of multi-channel messaging is, I need that data outside of the tool. I have a business intelligence tool. I have a CRM system. I have some homebrew system, any number of requests of, we would like to be able to take our interaction, our use data, our conversion data, and aggregate it with a ton of other data that we use to pull reporting and meaningful numbers for our executive teams. And sort of a nice feature that we have with the SMS feature is that all of that data gets bundled in with your existing contact event data feed, which is standard out of the box Responsys functionality many of you are already using. It's just an additional set of files that tracks that additional information. So it can be relatively easily aggregated into whatever existing external reporting system. So you're getting the nice contextual data within Responsys that is specific to your messaging and marketing streams. But you're also getting that usable data for lifecycle marketing data needs as well.
Thanks, guys. This is really helpful. Having seen this level of detail, it seems like a fairly straightforward initiative that marketers could successfully deliver relatively quickly. But I think there's one important piece of the solution we haven't really discussed much yet, and that's the aggregator service that sits between Responsys and delivery of the actual SMS messages to our audiences. What do our marketers need to know about how to coordinate what they're doing in Responsys with these aggregators?
Yeah, great question, Aaron. So Oracle has implemented its SPAN network, which is our SMS partner aggregator network. So we provide the tools for you to really look at what aggregator you may want to use. We've simplified this access for all of our global aggregators that we utilize. So being able to leverage them for not only sends within the States, but any other country that you may have customers that you're working with. And we vetted our network of partners. So we know they're proven, and being able to quickly integrate them into the Responsys application once you select the appropriate aggregator itself. So let's take a quick look at the SPAN network. So within your Responsys account, being able to come into the account section, find the SMS aggregator network. And from here, you have the ability to select what country you may want to send your text messages to. You also have the ability to select what kind of message types you would want to have. It could be mobile terminated one-way bulk, priority, mobile terminated promotion, or transactional messaging, or maybe you're looking for a combination of everything, the mobile terminated promotional and mobile originated messaging that you would have. So being able to select the different kinds of messaging you would want. Also being able to select what kind of code do you want, be it a short code or a long code for this. And that short code or long code is important to ensure that your messaging is being delivered to the devices themselves through the different networks that are out there. So once you have selected this information here, you simply click Find, and we're going to give you the list of all of our vetted integrators that we have. From here, you're able to see what kind of code type they may offer, what kind of message type they offer here as well. But additionally, we've set up for your purpose to see, do they have a setup fee that comes along with their service, or a monthly fee, what their CPM price should be, and their deliverability score from that. And you can see as we look at a few of the different aggregators within here, some do have that monthly maintenance fee. Deliverability scores are a little different for them, and others offer different kind of message types that are out there. So we give you guys the ability to look through, select the aggregator you want, work with them on the pricing for it, and then once that's set, we work with you as far as getting it integrated and connected to your Responsys account. And then once you've identified your aggregator that you would have, now being able to come in and really manage that information, being able to view the specific codes that you may have listed. If you have multiple short codes, or a short code or a long code, you would have it in there. You have the ability to order your specific codes. So being able to look at here, we have our mobile terminated, promotional, and mobile originated route types that we would want, keying in the specific quantity that we would have, and then starting to look at the additional configuration settings behind the scenes that our team, as well as the Relationship One team, would work with you guys on to help set up and ensure the information is flowing properly.
That's terrific. Thank you guys for showing us how it all comes together. I think at this point, we've seen what we need to see, and we're ready to take action. Fortunately, it's not hard to bring the solution to life. It might take a few weeks, but as you've seen, it's not particularly difficult. Your first step is to decide which aggregator you're going to use. You may already have a contract in place with a preferred aggregator, or you may need to identify a new aggregator and start a new relationship, but you've seen where you can find those aggregator options and how you can begin to activate that aggregator. The second thing is to confirm that your Responsys instance has short codes enabled. This requires something called the interaction SKU. If you've renewed your Responsys contract in the last year or so, it's very likely this has already been done. But just to be sure, you'll want to check with your Oracle CX marketing sales rep to confirm that you have the interaction SKU attached to your instance. And then finally, you're ready to start building the SMS-enabled campaigns of your dreams in the program orchestration canvas. If you need assistance or guidance, Relationship One, of course, would be happy to help. So, wrapping up, I want to thank our experts, Matt Farmer from Oracle and Aaron Ritter from Relationship One. Thank you both for shining a light on this approach. We appreciate your insights. If you're interested in exploring how to enable this technology for your business, I encourage you to speak with your Oracle CX marketing sales rep. If you're not sure who that is or who to contact, Summer Barmore can point you in the right direction. And if Relationship One can be of assistance with your Oracle CX marketing tech stack or related training or consulting or production work, feel free to contact me directly at the email above. Thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.